Kate Lant. I'm going to show you today how to feed a baby who has a G-tube feeding. My little model today is Luke. He's my 19-month-old son. He was born with a rare genetic disorder, which he has they call failure to thrive as part of it. So he has G-tube feedings that we have to do every day. Luke is kind of noisy today, but that's okay because he's happy right now. There's a few different materials that we need in doing his G-tube feeding. We start off with the bottle. The bottle is our form of measurement for Luke. His bolus, which is where the milk is all dumped into, and then also the tubing. Mixing the formula, we use two different things. The Pediatric Complete, which is a form of nutrition for Luke. It's milk-based, but this formula actually has different forms of vegetables and proteins and meats and things like that in it. Very thick and condensed, so we actually use some whole milk to keep everything running down the tube smoothly. If it's too thick, it doesn't go down very well. Luke has actually recently just ate, so we're only going to do a little bit of this, but I'm just going to pour a little bit into his bottle. The doctor recommends doing an 8-ounce feeding of the Pediatric Complete, but because Luke doesn't handle everything well, we don't always do that amount. We kind of just as parents go by what we know he can tolerate without throwing up. Give it a little twist. My extra props here are just some cookies and stuff. Sometimes Luke sitting in here gets a little anxious or crabby while we do the feeds. So the next part of the feed, Luke has what they call a Mickey button, and he's had this since he was 6 months old. Luke likes to be videotaped. We take the tubing, we make sure all of the ports and everything are locked up, and we connect the lock part here to his Mickey button. Give it a twist, and then it's locked. So the tubing is now connected, and now we connect the bolus. The bolus goes in here like this. Lookie's happy today. And then we pour the milk mixture directly into the bolus. We open up the tubing. Oh, and those bubbles mean you had a little gas burp in there. Gas bubble. And then we want to make sure it starts flowing down the tube. It's not flowing very good right now. Sometimes it could be the way that he's positioned in his chair or his belly, or there could be an airlock. So we just kind of play with the tubing a little bit till we see it flowing down. He's kind of active today, so we'll see if we can get it to go. It's working its way. Are you anxious, Luke? Oh, he had another little burp there. That's what those bubbles are. Here, Luke. What's this? Now we have good flow with the milk and the mixture down into his stomach. And the Mickey button is directly into his stomach, so all the food that he eats goes directly in there. He can feel it when he's really hungry. He can feel that he's hungry. When he starts being fed, he can feel as he's getting full. The time frame on the feeding, generally we go between a half an hour. That's what we've learned throughout the 19 months of Luke's life. It does just depend too on his mood or how he's feeling. If he's feeling sick, we tend to make his milk mixture not so much of the Pediatric Complete, but more of the milk. The longer the time span, we don't have to worry about him throwing it up. We may not get all of this down today because he has already eaten for the day. So I'll just show you how we would disconnect after we're complete. We're going to use 4 of these boluses. We're going to fill them 4 times, and that'll complete the bottle. When all four are done, we close his tubing. Generally, this would be empty, but because it's not, I'm going to dump it back into his bottle. We disconnect the bolus. We close the top of the tubing. And we disconnect the tubing from his Mickey button. And close up his Mickey button. If he generally would not have just ate, he's all done. He's obviously ready to get out and play. We'll give him his favorite toy. In time with Luke's genetic disorder and his failure to thrive, we've continued to do speech therapy with Luke. He has everything there that he needs to be able to chew and swallow. It's just something that we have to teach him. It's something that we all take for granted, is something as simple as eating. So in time, he will be able to do all this, but for now, this is how Luke eats. Thank you all for allowing me to share Luke with you and how we take care of him.